So speaking of Halo 4's the good times, let's talk about the multiplayer. Hold on, you guys start talking about it. I'll be right. I'm gonna post something.
Alright.
Okay then. Multiplayer. Everyone's bread and butter. You come for the campaign, but you stay for the multiplayer. My personal opinion on Halo 4's multiplayer at the moment is, well, from what I've seen in the videos and whatnot, I have two requests. As long as everything's balanced, which we all know is kind of difficult for a shooter, that's my first request. Try to keep everything as balanced as possible. No armor lock, of course. And my second request is I love customization. I just love it. Reach had a great customization system. The credits were but I did like them. I do like currency systems in video games. I'm not sure quite how they could make it work with Halo 4, but the more customization, the better. I'm just a customization freak.
Definitely. Customization's always good because like you feel like you have like your own kind of like personality to go with the shooter. Like you're not just some Spartan running around on the
Yeah.
It feels like you're like this own person.
And another thing to bring up, they said that the Spartan Ops program will run in tie with the campaign. So that makes me think, alright, so did the humans start like a new Spartan program that they can make Spartans? Because unless they're going back into the past, I'm not sure how this could possibly work out. But my theory is like somehow the humans start up a new program or something that started creating new Spartans, because they say that the Spartan multiplayer program will run in tangle with the Halo 4 campaign.
Yeah, okay, guys, I've put War Games and Infinity multiplayer trailer up. It talks about the Infinity. So yeah, like Cameron was just, you two were talking about this. They're going to be integrating the multiplayer and Spartan Ops and campaign, and they're going to tie it all together using the UNSC Infinity. Now, the USC Infinity is the star of the UNSC. It's their biggest ship, their strongest ship, and they're training their Spartan 4s on it. So, multiplayer, you're going to be a Spartan 4. That is your simulation, that's your training. And then Spartan Ops are going to be your missions as your own Spartan 4. And your customizable Spartan will go in there. And you can unlock stuff also playing Spartan Ops. And Spartan Ops is going to be episodic. So every week, a new episode will be launched for the first season. So up until, I don't know, January, February. And 5 missions for Spartan Ops are going to be released weekly for the first, 2 months that Halo 4 is launched. I think that's a pretty good free deal, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Alright, to add to that, now see, I know, hardly anyone's probably gonna listen to this one little part, but I want game developers to hear this. This is how you do DLC. Now, you don't really have to download anything for this, as far as I understand.
Yes, you don't.
You add content to your game without charging for it.
And it makes people happy.
Yes, and it makes people happy. It's exactly what you should do with DLC.
It makes people come back, and that's what I really think Spartan Ops is going to do. It's going to make me want to go back and just play with, you two, and play the mission every week so we can sit down at lunch and go, hey, guys, wasn't that awesome last night? They're talking about they want to make it like that water cooler moment where you're sitting down with your buddies, and, it just kind of naturally comes up about how awesome it was, or what your friend did in Spartan Ops. That's their goal.
Like a TV series, you just want to talk about the next episode.
Yes, that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're setting up, and there's going to be CGI, they said there's going to be CGI segments with every 5 missions, or I'm not sure how it's going to work, but there's going to be story, there's going to be characters you're going to get used to and build relationships with.
That's very cool. Now, my one request of that, since I didn't just now learn about the cutscenes from you guys, Halo Reach was able to work in your character into the cutscenes, so you felt a part of the story. Now, if they were able to do that with the Spartan Ops, I will be extremely happy and satisfied with this.
Yep, Cameron, check out the UNSC, the Infinity trailer I just posted. That basically shows off the Infinity and some Spartan Ops stuff, so you can kind of have an idea of what it's going to be like.
Will do.
Alright, and then me and Thomas will go on to multiplayer. You see the trailer, so you can put it up?
Yeah.
Alright, good. So, let's talk about what they're calling War Games. They're renaming the Halo 4 multiplayer because, as I said earlier, because it's going to be a simulation thing. But it's going to be your classic Halo feel to it. But they're introducing customizable loadouts, which I think is really an interesting take. Thomas, your thoughts?
Yeah. I like it. Definitely more of an interesting take.
We were talking about personality, giving your Spartan more personality, earlier.
But the other thing is, how many weapons are in Halo that'd be fair to start with?
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Hold on. here's what I know so far. Here are I'll list all the weapons right now and tell you the weapons I know of so far. The battle rifle, the assault rifle, the DMR, the Covenant carbine, the storm rifle, which is the plasma repeaters replacement. What is the other one? I'm assuming there's going to be, you know, that Forerunner rifle that we saw in the campaign trailer that you can zoom in and shoot. That's probably going to be in a custom. That's going to be a starting weapon. The pistol, the Magnum's coming back. The plasma pistol. The Magnum's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it has a scope on it, so it's not going to be Halo 3's crappy scope. Needler's going to be a power weapon. The scatter shot, you know, the one we saw in the trailer. That's like the Forerunner shotgun that disintegrated the guy.
Yeah.
That's going to be a power weapon, so you're not starting with something like that. You cannot start with a sniper. You can't start with power weapons. You can't start with a rocket launcher, a sniper rifle, an energy sword, none of that. So it's basically you choose your primary weapon. So now it's not like, you remember how in like Halo 3 you had to spawn and run over and pick up a battle rifle if you wanted the battle rifle,
and it was assault rifle.
Yeah, and it was really pissed you off, or it was just stupid. You're like, wow, why can't I just spawn with the battle rifle? Now you can decide, I just want to spawn with the battle rifle or the DMR. I don't have to, you know. It's just a time waster. And what do you guys think of the inclusion of sprint as a default?
Love it.
I think it's pretty good. I mean,
love it. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's always something that I've always wanted in Halo.
Yeah.
It's like, just like I'm the super advanced super soldier and I can't run a mile.
Yeah, yeah. And I know there's people complaining about this, saying, oh, well, people can run away from battles. I'll say this. The biggest problem with Reach's sprint was not everybody could sprint. So if you ran away and you didn't, if the guy ran away and you didn't have sprint, there was no chance you catch up to him. Wow, really?
Yeah.
And also they've said you can sprint, but if you're getting shot at, you will slow down. Like, you won't be able to just energy sword rush people and stab them. If they shoot at you and they back up, you're not going to be able to get them. Like, you'll start to, like, run really slow and get farther and farther away from them while you're rushing at them. So, you can't just run around and own people with the sword if they're shooting at you.
And then we think of, like, kind of like the, I don't know what exactly to call it, the thermal vision?
Oh, the Promethean vision. Yeah, Promethean vision, that's what it's called. It's, how do I say that? Okay, so it's going to be kind of like X-ray vision, but it's also going to be like sonar. So you activate it and it pulses out all the way through the map so you can see where everybody is for a very limited amount. Then it'll go away. And the other thing is, worrying about camping, you can hear it when somebody uses it, when it's used on you. So if you're fighting or you're camping in a corner with a shotgun, you hear bang, you know that they know where you are, and you go, oh shoot, they know where I am, I better run or get out and get ready to fight. So
or use your vision and try to find out which door they're going to come through.
Yeah, so like if you're camping in the corner with a shotgun, you're like, I'm going to use Promethean vision so I know when they're coming and I can kill them. So a guy will be running in the door and you'll use your Promethean vision, they'll hear and go, whoa, okay, somebody knows where I am. Somebody's trying to find me, and they'll back up and go, okay, maybe I shouldn't go through here. So it's going to balance out, I think. And armor abilities are back. That's an interesting point. I did not like armor abilities in Reach, but I must say, I think it's going to work if it's balanced right. Yeah. So because they described, 343's described Reach's armor system as being like 2 rocks and 3 papers. Now they're trying to make it like rock, paper, scissors, where everything balances each other out.
Yeah. Like it might give you this advantage towards this one, but it'll give you this disadvantage in this one.
Yeah, so like Promethean vision, okay, you can see things, but it won't. Hologram will trick you. So if you Promethean vision, oh, that guy's over there, you run over there, it's just a hologram, and then you get assassinated in the back. So, you know, that kind of thing. That's just a really crummy example.
Quick question, though.
Yeah.
So when you use your Promethean vision, it makes like a ping noise?
Yeah,
yes.
It's like using sonar in a submarine.
Alright,
yeah.
Cool. So, will other people hear the ping?
Yeah. Yes, everyone can hear the ping.
Okay, so I'm calling it right now. Sometime after Halo 4 is released, people are going to make music using the pings.
That should be really cool. I hope
cool.
Someone does do that.
Yeah.
Called it first.
Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think of the new sticky launcher thing, where like it's basically the grenade launcher where you shoot it and you can hold it and it won't explode, but now it doesn't like bounce all around because now you can like shoot it and it'll stick to a wall. I kind of like that idea. So what I'm thinking of is gonna.
Sounds kind of like Halo Reach's sticky launcher.
Yeah, but it's not. You can like, what I mean, Cameron, is you shoot the like grenade out and it'll stick to a wall, and if you don't let go of the trigger, it won't blow up. So when you let go of the trigger, it'll blow up. So what you can do is you can stay in the room with the flag, and someone will be like, hey, cover the flag door. You can shoot the grenade right above the entrance and hold the trigger down and walk away. When somebody comes in and starts shooting, you let go of it, the grenade will go off and kill the guy, and you can protect the flag doing that. That's what I see it being used as. I think that's a really cool idea. It's kind of like a claymore, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I could play the demo man from Team Fortress 2 and in Halo
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, it's kind of like a claymore, but you can't do anything else with it. Like, you have to hold the trigger down, so you can't like pull out your other gun and shoot. You have to hold the trigger down. I like that idea actually a lot. It's somewhere in the trailer. If you watch, like, he shoots it at the ground, he holds it, and the guy comes around the corner, he blows it up. That's what I'm talking about. What do you guys think of the sound? Really quick.
I think it sounds pretty damn good for the most part.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it really does.
Halo's always had a very, Halo's always sounded pretty bad. I'm sorry, like the plasma pistol, pew pew pew. Now if you hear it, it sounds like someone's shooting a plasma bolt at your face. I think that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But does it feel like that? Because we all know the plasma pistol is definitely.
Well, no, I don't really want to feel like, I don't know. That depends. See, if they're doing custom loadouts, they don't want to make anything too overpowered and too weak. And I know that's gonna happen. It just is, okay? That's just how video games work. Someone's gonna, cheat with a weapon, and I'm sure they'll balance it out. Like, if you've played Reach, the amount of updates they have done to the Reach multiplayer, they've done more than Bungie has in their entire Halo
They're
career.
constantly watching it, trying to make it fair. It's not like Call of Duty. They're just like, you don't like how overpowered that weapon is?
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, how about you pay $100 for Call of Duty Elite and we'll call it even?
Yeah, exactly. But we'll get into that later. But speaking of updates, a prime example for me is how much they care about I'm very pleased with how much they care, because they love the game too. People were complaining about the bloom system, alright? So they said, okay, you guys don't like the bloom? We'll work it out. We'll work on this together. We'll set up a bunch of playlists, and you can try them out, and we'll get feedback from you, and if you don't like this, we'll change it. So, like, literally for the past 2 months, they have been messing around with bloom on Reach, probably so that they can get it right in Halo 4. Like, is this too overpowered, guys? Do you not like this? Do you think this is cheap or underpowered? And bloom is back, but only for certain weapons, like single-shot weapons. So, your BR, you can have a non-bloom BR, so I'm for that.
Also, another thing is, I wonder what the beta is going to be for Halo 4, because we all know that Halo is basically the entire multiplayer beta, but it's in another game.
Do you want me to hurt you? Like, hurt you inside? They've announced there probably isn't going to be a public beta.
Aww.
Hold on, here's why they say. Because they want to have the time to actually develop it, and if they open a beta, it would take them like almost a month to stop development and work on the beta. So they want to focus on the final product and not worry so much about a public beta, which I support. I gotta say. I'd rather the final product be amazing than not have a beta.
True.
But the other problem is that the beta can point out things that just
I know.
Yeah.
That's a popular argument.
Point out.
It's a 50-50 gamble, you know what I mean? We'll see.
And either way, if the multiplayer does come out and it's crap, they'll fix it.
They'll fix it, yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of the new armor abilities real quick. So they've got, what else do they have? They've got a thruster pack. It's basically evade, but now you're flying across the floor. Like, it's somewhere in there. When he does the sword assassination in the multiplayer trailer, watch closely, and you'll see that, like, he's zooming across the floor when he assassinates with the sword. It's around, let me see. It's around, like, 30. Go to 30 seconds and watch.
That,
and
or Halo decided to say, hey, you know what? We want some more Call of Duty in this game. Let's get some melee range.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Halo's had some of the, like, longest range for melee. Have you remember the sword lunges in Halo 2 and 3? Jesus.
Yeah.
Talking about Commando. Commando was born from Halo. Back on the armor abilities. I think Jetpack's back, I'm not sure. They're announcing this thing called Hardline Shield, and I'm just gonna say, it's the Jackal Shield, okay? It's the Jackal Shield. It'll block bullet, but that's it. Yeah, so, like, it's kind of like, hey, you pick up the flag and stay behind me, and I'll hold the Hardline Shield up when we can run. That sounds kind of cool, actually. I like that idea.
Now, like,
but it's not like you have to put 1,000 shots into it to get it down. It's like 3-4 shots will knock it out.
Yep, 3-4. That's something like that. And it's not like, and the other nice thing about it is you're not covered from all angles. So